Good evening. We're picking up in Matthew chapter 16 this evening. Last time we talked about how Jesus fed the 4,000 and also did some miraculous signs. In today's lesson, we're going to be talking about a couple things, one of which the Pharisees asked Jesus for a miraculous sign. We're going to see how he responds to that. Chapter 16 in the Gospel of Matthew, starting in verse 1. One day the Pharisees and the Sadducees came to test Jesus' claims by asking him to show them a miraculous sign from heaven. He replied, "You know the saying, red sky at night means fair weather tomorrow, red sky in the morning means foul weather all day. You are good at reading the weather signs in the sky, but you can't read the obvious signs of the times. Only an evil, faithless generation would ask for a miraculous sign, but the only sign I will give them is the sign of the prophet Jonah." Then Jesus left them and went away. Later, after they crossed the other side of the lake, the disciples discovered they had forgotten to bring any food. "Watch out," Jesus warned them. "Beware of the yeast of the Pharisees and the Sadducees." They decided that he was saying this because they hadn't brought any bread. Jesus knew what they were thinking, so he said, "You have so little faith. Why are you worried about having no food? Won't you ever understand? Don't you remember the 5,000 I fed with 5 loaves and the baskets of food that were left over? Don't you remember the 4,000 I fed with 7 loaves and with baskets of food left over? How could you even think I was talking about food? So again I say, beware of the yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees." Then at last they understood that he wasn't speaking about yeast or bread, but about the false teachings of the Pharisees and Sadducees. That's where we're going to leave off. Hope you have a good evening. If you have any specific prayers you'd like me to pray for you, leave it down in the comments and we'll get to work. God bless you.